So for question number 1, right, we've got sodium reacting with magnesium chloride. To produce sodium chloride and magnesium. Okay, 1 mark if their reaction looks like that. That's fine, as long as the names are. Okay. All right. What kind of reaction is it? Single replacement. 1 mark for single replacements. And then we have to balance it. Right now, only chlorine is out of balance. A 2 in front of the sodium chloride takes care of the chlorine, and then a 2 is needed in front of the sodium, and now it's balanced. 1 mark if it's 2, 1, 2, 1, or 2 blank, 2 blank. Okay? If you put a 1, that's great. You just don't have to, unless it's still in the blank. Okay. Question number 2, I've got calcium reacting with phosphorus, producing calcium phosphide. Okay, 1 mark if their reaction looks like that. What kind of reaction is it? It's a synthesis reaction, 1 mark for that. And we have to balance it. Phosphorus is what we want to start with. There's 4 on the reactant side. Now there are 4 on the product side, but that gives me 6 calcium. So a 6 there will balance the calcium. It should be 6, 1, 2 for the balance. Questions on those? All right. Number 3, we have lithium hydroxide reacting with calcium phosphate okay, to produce lithium phosphate plus calcium hydroxide. Can you believe it? You didn't have a single one in there that required Roman numerals. I can't believe I had a quiz where there were no Roman numerals. Okay. So 1 mark if their reaction looks like that. This is a double replacement reaction, so 1 mark for that. And we need to balance it. I would suggest we should probably start with the calcium. Okay. On this side here, there are 3 calcium. On this side here, there are now 3 calcium. But now that gives me 3 times 2 is 6 hydroxides. So I've got to go back over here and make sure I have 6 hydroxide. Okay, now I have 6 lithium, so I've got to put a 2 here in front of the lithium to get 6, which gives me 2 phosphates, and there are 2 phosphates here, so now it's balanced. 6, 1, 2, 3 for 1 mark. Okay, next 3 here. So we have hydrogen sulfide. That is H2S. Okay, properly swapped and dropped. Reacts with strontium. SR, right? Yeah. Okay, can't forget that one. All right, and that's going to produce hydrogen gas and strontium sulfide. And strontium at the charge of 2. Right. Okay, so that is already dropped and swapped. That's a -2, that's a +2. All right, so there's my reaction. 1 mark for that. Okay, what type of reaction is that? Single replacement. 1 mark for that. And then we need to balance it. So, done. Free one. Free mark. Okay, didn't have to do anything. Wow, this is an easy quiz. No Roman numerals. One of the reactions is already balanced. Jeez. I'm getting soft. Okay, next one we've got C8, H18. Notice I didn't write the name for that. It's actually octane, but I didn't write it. Okay, just because I just gave it to you. Plus oxygen gas, O2, gives us carbon dioxide and water. What kind of reaction is that? Combustion. All right, so 1 mark for the reaction, 1 mark for combustion. Does this require both balancing rules? Yes, it does. All right, so I'm going to start with a 2 here. 2 times 8 is 16. 16 carbons. 2 times 18 is 36. 18, whoop, that should look like an 8. 18 times 2 is 36. And now I've got to look at my oxygens. I've got 18 here in the water, plus another 32 for a total of 50. 25 times 2 is 50. Okay, 1 mark for the balancing. Questions on number 5? I heard some moans and groans there. Okay, did people forget to add all the oxygens together? All right, number 6, we have potassium sulfide. That will be K2S, because this is a -2 and that's a +1. Breaks down into potassium, K, and sulfur, S, 8. Okay, one of the molecular elements, one of the ones we need to remember because it's colored in on our periodic table. All right, now I've got to balance the whole reaction. Start with the sulfur. Put an 8 here to balance the sulfur and 16 potassiums to balance them. And you're good. This is a decomposition reaction also for 1 mark. Okay, it's out of 18. Give them a mark out of 18 at the top where I can see it, please. Let them see it, and then hand them in to me.
I can't write.